bond at 1.25 million, based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies, and his bond status. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So
y'all go learn to stop f***ing with black people. Y'all are going to learn to stop f***ing with black people.
Chud the Builder's bond is Chud the Builder's bond is set at 1.25 million. Anyways, what's everyone doing today? What's the plan for the weekend?
Chud has officially been arrested and charged. And even the legal experts are saying he's beyond cooked.
Now, this is the mugshot just obtained by News 2 of Dalton Etherly. He's charged with attempted...
I brought you that episode about the Chud guy that went around black people, calling them the N-word and agitating and antagonizing to see or get a reaction from them and pepper spray them, and if not pepper spray them, pew pew them. And in fact, he's been very vocal on his social medias that he wants to take down one black person. And I think after he got arrested, I brought you the episode that he got arrested. At his hearing, that man went with her pew pew, and again, he did what he does the best, still to antagonize black people. And this time around, the one he antagonized was not buying it. I think he was a vet, and they got into it. And unfortunately, again, Chud the Builder pew-pewed the black veteran, okay? And he pew-pewed himself too, in the arm or in the hand. They arrested him again, and he was busy telling black people to chimp out. I guess he is chimping out right now himself, because they've set his bond at $1.2 million. And you're gonna love how the guy looked, because that look and the reaction he gave after he was told his bond is gonna be at $1.2 million, it was a reaction of, I am done, I am finished. I have those clips in here, and responses from the black community and those that support the black community having something to say about him. Now almost is about to be thrown away for good, and he needs to prepare his butt. Let's watch. I'll come back to talk about it. Like the video, share it, and let me know what you think in the comment section.
This is what we love to see.
the bond at 1.25 million, based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies, and his bond status.
The builder has been held on $1.25 million bond following him pow-powing a man outside of a Tennessee courthouse. As the judge was speaking, they were considering Chud's previous criminal history, and they pretty much called him a danger to society, which he is. So like he might muster up the money to make bond through his gifts and go. People literally having low moral causes. Personally, I do not see this going well for him. Literally goes around calling people out of their name, brandishing a pow-power, and threatening to pow-pow people if they get out of line. Imagine if he was doing this to a different type of person. I feel like this would have been nipped in the bud already. He has been on this rant and on this rampage for months. I'm curious to know what y'all think regarding this, and if y'all feel like this $1.25 million bill was enough. I personally feel like they could have did more, like revoking bail altogether. Let me know what y'all think down below. Peace.
Chud has officially been arrested and charged. And even the legal experts are saying he's beyond cooked.
Now, this is the mugshot just obtained by News 2 of Dalton Etherly. He's charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and employing a firearm during a dangerous felony. He remains in custody at the Montgomery County Jail awaiting arraignment.
Now, there's a couple of mitigating factors that have led to Chud being charged with attempted murder. Now, a lot of people thought he was going to walk free because the dude punched him first. No. Tennessee has very specific language when it comes to self-defense. One of those language being, you have to meet them with equal force. That's the first thing.
Did he act in self-defense? Absolutely not. You're allowed to use the same force that's being used against you to defend yourself. So if somebody comes up and punches you, you can punch them back. You can't pull out and shoot them unless they are using deadly force against you.
Second thing being, you cannot antagonize somebody in Tennessee and still claim self-defense. Now, the other factors here is Chud attacked and violated an Army vet with PTSD. Now, this is not somebody who's faking PTSD. He's pretty open and pretty vocal and has a long documented history with PTSD.
Anyway, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, a plumber came to my apartment today banging on the door like he was police. I got PTSD. I've been arrested at this residence too many times.
He also receives disability from the military, so he is confirmed with actual diagnosed PTSD. The white supremacists and the white nationalists who he did all of this for to be accepted by, they're now denouncing him and disavowing him at a rapid pace since he's been arrested.
Where it seems that white people want to go out in some cases and offend the sensibilities of other people, but then when the roles are reversed, it's those same white people that puff up their chest and say, how dare you? You would never say that about a minority, this, that, and the other.
There's a bunch of people on the internet who are saying that you should never assault somebody over words because that guy Chud the Builder who just shot a dude after calling him a but when should you? When should you assault somebody?
I knew this day would come and I'm about to go celebrate. I knew it would come. For those of you who don't know who he is, he goes around calling black people niggas, and then when they react, he says they're chimping out and he has freedom of speech. And he ran into one who did something to him. Then he ended up shooting the guy, but he shot himself in the process. You can't, listen, I know some of y'all are claiming self-defense. In certain states, you can't go around provoking people and then claim self-defense that you can't. All right. I knew this was going to come. I knew this was going to happen. And if he gets convicted, he's found guilty, they're going to tear him a new one in prison. They're going to tear him a fucking new in prison, bro. So if you get found guilty, make sure when you go to prison, you go in there calling them people niggas. Tell them they're chimping out. And then, Twitter got to be the most racist. Don't get me wrong, there's racists on every app. But Twitter don't have no rules. So people on Twitter, if you don't run into racist people on Twitter, I'm questioning if you're even on Twitter.
So we have another person that just willingly signed themselves up for slavery. Because all you're going to get is hard labor where you going. Racism is so powerful and toxic that it consumes every fiber of your being, every piece of your soul, to the point that you lose all touch with reality. And you are willing to throw the rest of your entire life away just so you can live out your racist fantasies. And now you can potentially spend the rest of your life behind bars. Behind bars. Like a what? It's your favorite word. You can spend the rest of your life behind bars like an animal because you could not control yourself. Degenerate behavior. Now, I'm sure they're well informed about who you are behind bars because apparently you like being there. But I hope you get a good fashioned taste of your own medicine. Because guess what? It ain't no pistols in jail. Try not to chimp out too much.
Chud the Builder's bond was just set at $1.25 million. You can take a look here.
The initial bond,
you can see how disappointed he is.
$1.25 million.
Notice that really slow blink.
Based on the fact of how many people were in the.
That's the I don't got it blink. If you've ever been in that situation, that's what that blink means. It means you don't have it. So to everybody in the comments who was saying that Chud is free and that he didn't do anything wrong, well, they've had plenty of time to review the footage. They have had plenty of time to go over everything. If he was defending himself, if he didn't do anything wrong, he'd be walking around right now. He would be on his stream. He would be fundraising for his court dates. Now let's hope that Joshua Fox's lawyers and the prosecutors remember about the enhancement factors in 40-35-114. down to number 5, where the defendant treated or allowed a victim to be treated with exceptional cruelty during the commission of the offense. And then to number 7, the offense involved a victim and was committed to gratify the defendant's desire or pleasure or excitement. They'll pull up all the tweets to confirm on that one. And number 17, the defendant intentionally selected the victim based on race, religion, color, disability, sexual orientation, national origin, ancestry, or gender, which would be a hate crime enhancement.
So we're gonna have a bail.
I'm gonna set just a bond right now till we have our bail hearing. Then I'll let you make all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended up or down. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million. 1.25 million. Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies.
First off, you guys, make sure you like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and make sure you drop me a follow. Next, I want you to let me know in the comments, truly, if you were in his position right now and you were standing in front of that judge and that judge just said your bond was set at $1.25 million. Like, truly, how do you think he is currently feeling? How would you feel in that situation? Also, you guys, this was the initial bond setting and everything like that. As the judge indicated, they are going to actually have a hearing to determine if the bond is going to be higher or lower and whether or not he is going to be able to get released on a, cash bond, surety bond, property bond, or even a PR bond. For those of you that don't know, that's, your little signature indicating to the courts that you will in fact actually show up for your hearings and everything moving forward. But also keep in mind, you guys, he was already out on bond originally because he was arrested a few days prior to that, and he was already out on bond. So there's going to be a lot of factors in this case because, correct me if I'm wrong, let me know over in the comments because I haven't looked at a lot of Tennessee laws, but when you are out on bond, I'm pretty sure you are not allowed to carry a firearm to begin with, even if that bond is for a misdemeanor. But I could be wrong when it comes down to it. But let me know your thoughts over in the comments.
This Chud the Builder stuff is exactly what happens when people forget social media is not the real world, right? Because you cannot go instigate a situation and then try to shoot somebody. You cannot defend yourself from a situation you started, right? Again. Now he's going to be getting his booty tickled for the rest of his life because he thought that the real world was like a Twitter conversation where he could go proceed to be racist, throw people's pain in their face, and have to be no consequence. Now he is going to be taken to Pound Town by whatever celly he's stuck with because he thought that, I'm a big bad guy. I'm going to go try to clip farm off people's hatred for views. This is exactly what happens. And let this be a lesson to people, right? You could try to do everything that you want in terms of rage baiting, in terms of doing all this shit, but you are actively creating a situation in which you cannot defend yourself from unless you can sit up there and bang with them and throw these, If you can't throw these, bro, don't go up to people talking. Because surprise, you cannot claim self-defense from a situation you started. And now, congrats, they about to have that nigga tore every which way but loose. And to that I say, whatever.
Chud the Builder's bond is Chud the Builder's bond is set at 1.25 million. Anyways, bro really said, you saw the way he closed his eyes. You're fucking cooked. You're roasted and fried. Anyways, how is everyone's day going? What's everyone doing today? What's the plan for the weekend? Just drop what you're doing today, tomorrow, and Sunday in the comments.
Boy Chud the Builder's so cooked, he has no idea. I would love to be in that courtroom when the prosecutor starts pulling up videos of what he's out there doing. I could just see the judge. Exceptional sentence, max amount, I've seen enough. Like, you're fucked, dude. And on the other side of things, a good lawyer might be able to make that premeditated with how much shit is on video, on social media from that guy. Like, what'd you think was gonna happen, bro? You ain't untouchable, and now you're going to prison where you're definitely touchable. You ain't got a gun no more. Now look at you, stupid.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So
Y'all go learn to stop with black people. Y'all are going to learn to stop with black people. All you had to do was mind your motherfucking business and leave black people alone. And you could have avoided all this shit. But black people live inside y'all's fucking heads rent free. We don't bother nobody. We are literally trying to survive in this damn country. But y'all just hate us so much that you will throw your whole life away trying to destroy our community. And look at you. You're the only mother facing some consequences. $1.25 million. Put up all that collateral and shit. You want to be out that bad? Let's see how much money you really got. You done fucked your life up. Your life up. Because you hate black. Like, do you see how dumb that shit sounds? You will destroy your whole fun life because you're worried that much about the next mother. This is what the get, bitch. This is what the fuck you get.
Listen, I'm about to teach y'all a lesson. One that I wish somebody would have taught me when I was younger. I wouldn't have had to gone through a situation so similar to this. But when you're playing a game with somebody and they're not playing by the rules, that means you're not playing by the rules either. You're playing by their rules.
You following me to my truck now? We got 18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me in my truck. I bet you won't follow me in my truck. Come on. Look at him. Ooga booga. Ooh ah ah.
Yeah. That's Chud the Builder. And if you're not up to date, he's a streamer. Or whatever the kids doing these days. He's a white man that runs around the state of Tennessee looking for black people to antagonize. And black people only. No other races. He ain't bothering nobody else. Just black people. What he does is he finds a black person while he's live streaming. He'll call them the N-word or any type of slur you could possibly think of to get them to get angry, get riled up, and possibly attack him so he can shoot and kill a black person. He said this, not me. This is his words, not mine. He said this would be the finale of everything that he's doing. Now, to make sure that you understand this, to make sure that it's clear to you, he is a white man running around Tennessee antagonizing black people to get them angry enough to attack him so that he can kill one. And yesterday, he attempted to do just that.
As Chud the Builder is now facing an attempted murder charge after a shooting today outside the Montgomery County Courthouse. Deputies say Dalton Etherly, better known as social media as Chud the Builder, was involved in a fight leading to gunfire. Both men were hospitalized. Deputies just arrested Etherly, charging him with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon.
Now listen, I know I give y'all analogies all the time, but today I wanted you to feel this from a real life perspective. Hopefully you don't make the same mistake as the other guy. Now, guy A and guy B, they don't like each other. Guy B tells guy A, I'm gonna kill you. Guy B attempts to kill guy A. Now, guy A could have went to the police. He had all the proof, but he didn't. Why not? He was conditioned by his peers, by his culture, by the area he grew up in to never call the police, never snitch, never rat, handle the situation yourself. Okay. So when it was guy A's turn, what did he do? He attempted to handle the situation himself. But what did guy B do? He called the police. Immediately. But that's not fair. Listen, you have two choices, okay? You either don't play the game, or you stop playing by the rules. Because if you want to play their game, and you want to play by their rules, you always lose. You always lose. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, stay out of trouble.
This new trend of messing with black people needs to stop. Not all white folks are racist, but racist white folks are going around antagonizing black people and then pulling out their phones trying to record them when they get upset. People like Chud the Builder are about to get people fucked out here.
How's it going? And thank you so much for tuning in once again. I am hoping and praying that the Most High is keeping you, protecting you, and preserving you and yours so very well. And I do appreciate you and your support to me on here as always. Join me to give a special shout out as well to the members and sponsors of this channel. Yes, they do us absolutely amazing, and to the entire community on here of 62,500 subs. Thank you so much for always sticking around and supporting. Yes, we are catching up on the Chud the Builder guy update. At the moment, in my country, would be like gamobogomye, which means his butt is now burning. I think we have the coolest sayings. Okay, I know that the rest of the world has better, but this in this situation, that is where a Ugandan would be like gamobogomye is the behind him. Some heat he can't stand. It's really, really burning that hot. And you know, I went on Twitter when this whole entire thing was unfolding, and I could not believe how many racist people were there backing him up and telling him how he has, the freedom of speech. We all can say whatever that we want to say. And you know how black people are so emotional. They are letting words control their reactions. Well, guess what? I think Chad the Builder is so emotional too. Because he let the words of the guy that he was agitating get to him, and that's why he shot. And look where he's at. So stop talking about how, black people let emotions control them. You should, when you're pointing your fingers at others, the rest of the other fingers are pointing back at you, because that same very guy that you're talking about, he has every right to, say whatever that he wants to say. He does not have the same energy when the rest of the other parties that he's talking to return the same energy. I think it shows you when you try to exert and insert emotional superiority, that you actually are weak at your very own game, and you ended up literally effing yourself up. I know that I say how dangerous that man is to the society, and everybody knew that he was a danger, not just to the society, but to himself too, because he ended up pew-pewing himself as well. And they're talking about, he was attacked and all of that. He was acting in self-defense. Well, his social media says otherwise. He was willing and ready for that moment, for an opportunity to present itself so that he takes one black person out. Lots of people even started speculating that he probably is a paid agitator to make sure that he starts a racial war. There's a lot of palm-colored people that are racist that this guy has inspired. That is why the narrative that some of these are really probably paid to start a race war can you can kind of believe it, because in some other videos that I have seen, I probably have attached them in there, you can clearly see a number, I think another guy that literally has been doing the same thing. And there are so many other groups that are also listed online, known for doing this, and they go around doing the same thing to black people, agitate them, trigger a reaction out of them. And when a black person reacts, pull out their cameras. Some of them pull out mace. Some others have weapons. So it is a whole entire movement, by the way. It is a whole entire movement, and it's getting dangerous out here. I can't lie. $1.2 million, that is so little for people that are intentionally and deliberately wanting to endanger another race. And it looks like they have quite so much immunity. He's the one that has been caught. He's the one that, gotten himself really, really into this deep trouble. But there are more others that have not been caught yet, that have not been touched yet, that have not been discovered yet. I think we all can agree that during this administration, racism is getting out of hand. It is getting out of hand. It is literally visible in the stores, at your job, you know, when you are literally just driving around, you're walking around. Those of you that are drivers, you're realizing that there are some palm-colored people that are following you up. Some are taking pictures of black people drivers, and it's believed that some of these people even have a list of those that they want to unalive. It is just getting out of hand. It looks like it is a whole entire movement, and the bloated orange toad, or that man that is in office, loves to see these things happening. He gives those people a go ahead, because we saw what happened on January 6th. He literally, allowed his goons to come and tear up the White House and, attack people, throwing insults and slurs out there. They want to unalive people. These kind of people are out here, and they know that nobody is gonna do anything to them. The reason as to why Chud the Builder was emboldened and he felt like, he can say whatever that he wants to say, is because he felt like he cannot be touched. It's because he felt like, even if he does something, he's not going to be charged. That is why you're looking and seeing the reaction that he's giving. He's now shocked all of a sudden. Oh, actually, I can be held accountable by the law, all right? But a lot of them are very much confident. They know that they can do anything to you as a black person, and they will not face any charges. They will not be touched. And in fact, when I could look into some of the comment sections, they will be like, yeah, Trump is going to pardon them. He's given them that confidence that even if they are caught doing the things that they are doing to black people, they will be pardoned, they will be forgiven, because they have seen it over and over. The administration is filled with a lot of criminals that have just been pardoned and, brought to replace people that are actually qualified. So that is how impunity of the administration is, and unfortunately, there is so many Chuds, the builders that are out there lacking, and you need to be extremely careful. It all really comes to one thing. They know that you as a black person, you're not going to do anything because you're afraid you might lose your life, all right? And lots of them, with attacking people, just agitating people, thinking, this one is weak, they're not going to do anything. And once you do something, then they want to pin themselves as the victims, as if you're the agitator. But they have started this. I told you guys, there's many groups that are online, that are literally, the number of white supremacist groups that are rising right now is just insane. It is just insane. So you guys have to watch out. You have to, protect yourself at all costs. And if you see one of your own being attacked, guys, don't let them. A lot of people, were like, was he paid or something? Probably wasn't. A lot of them do it voluntarily. Honestly, if there were not laws that would stop them from doing stuff to black people, oh dear. And those are the same people that continuously exert emotional and moral superiority. The people that they literally had to put rules for them not to expose their impunity towards another whole race of people. If black people had to use all the stereotypes against palm-colored people, I don't think they would stand a chance, because there's just so much to hold against some of these white supremacists. But the reality is, you reap exactly what you sow. He sowed hate. He got it, and now it's going to end up there. where he has no pew pew, just like everybody else has been saying in here. And that bird has no look. It's gonna become everything that he's been doing here. He's gonna have to pay in there. The way he acted and reacted was very, very much enough to tell us he does not have the money. And all those people that were boasting him and praising him, telling him you have every right to say whatever you want to say, none of them has the money to get him out. And the truth is, he don't need to get out. He's dangerous. And he proved it. He proved it. You don't act innocent after starting a whole entire fire just because you threw the match there and you hide your hands and act like you don't know what's going on and what's happening to you. He knows exactly what is happening, and he's not as innocent as his best thought he's gonna be. They thought, the law is not gonna see everything. But this man has a whole entire, internet footprints that implicate him. If the bond is set at 1.2, wait until when he gets fully charged, because he's likely gonna last there for a while. That's what you get for hating others. That's what you get for provoking the people that have not done anything to you. And he knew how to fish out his victims too. He looked for those that are vulnerable, not strong enough, those that look like they can't do anything to him. Those are the kind of people that he was targeting. And of course, you realize that a lot of black people were like, you gotta do something to him and all of that. You didn't have to do so much. You just needed to raise awareness about this whole entire situation and let him destroy himself, because he just did. He destroyed himself. But yeah, that's the update when it comes to this racist man. Looks like he got what he wanted for others. It's with him now. What do you guys think? Like and share and put those thoughts in the comment section. And I think that's all I had for us in here today. I want to appreciate you for always watching and supporting. I'll see you in another one. Until then, my name is Rishi. God watch over you and yours. See you later. Bye.